Hey everybody, Seth Campbell here. Welcome back at last to the Segue Says podcast. I'm sorry there's been another delay. I was sick for a while, wasn't really feeling up to recording, but I'm back now. I'm feeling good, and I'm ready to share a whole bunch of new segues that I'm really proud of with you guys. So, our first one back is a pair of hits, one from the 80s, one from the early aughts. The hit from the 80s is Don't Give Up by Peter Gabriel featuring Kate Bush, and the hit from the early aughts is I Don't Want to Be by Gavin DeGraw. Now, these are two artists we've seen before, but these are songs that are new to us. So, what do these two songs have in common? Well, at first appearance, not much, except they're both in C minor, but we'll delve into this a little more in time. As always, want to look at the songs a little more in depth first. Now, we'll start with Don't Give Up. Don't Give Up was the third track and one of many hits from Peter Gabriel's landmark 1986 album, So, which just vaulted him into the immortal territory that, if you ask me, he remains in to this day. Now, this song is a duet sung by Gabriel and Kate Bush, who is another British artist from the sort of avant-garde, experimental field that Gabriel himself is a big part of. And they'd worked together before, but this is their biggest hit singing together. And it's very much a story song. It's a character song. And it was inspired by photographs of the American Dust Bowl, which I want to say was in the 1920s, part of the Great Depression, when there was just no food that could be grown, no economy to support people, and people would end up wandering from ghost town to ghost town looking for somewhere that there was a job that could support them and their family. And in many cases could never find it. And so the two characters, the first is the one that Gabriel sings, is the man, the worker, looking for a job at every town that he goes to and never finding one and losing hope as things continue to get worse. And the second character is the one that Kate Bush sings, which can be interpreted in many ways as the lover or the partner or friend or any positive relationship of the first singer, who's telling him that eventually it will get better. They'll find the place where they're supposed to be. They'll find a job and everything will eventually be okay. Now, obviously I'm only one person. I've always wanted to do this song as a duet, but I haven't had a chance to do so yet. So when I sing it, I do both parts myself the way that Gabriel did on his tour for the So album, which means I sing both parts, so you just have to trust me that it's a duet. 2, 3, it's a nice 6/8. Simple groove. In this proud land we grew up strong. We were wanted all along. I was taught to fight, taught to win. I never thought I could fail. No fight left, or so it seems. I am a man whose dreams have all deserted. I've changed my face, change my name, but no one wants you when you lose. That's the Gabriel part, and as you can hear, it's very rhythmic. Da da do 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 da da do 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 do. That's picked on the bass, and then when the second character comes in, it's very much just sort of open. It's much less rhythmic. It's more ethereal. Now, when a woman sings this part, it's almost always an octave above where I'm singing it, but I'm singing it an octave lower because that's where Gabriel sang it when he had to do both parts, and because I don't want to destroy your hearing. Second part sounds something like this. Don't give up, 'cause you have friends. Don't give up, you're not beaten yet. Don't give up, I know you can make it is the Gabriel part again. The music does a great job based on whether it's playing very rhythmically or very openly of illustrating the different characters as well. Now, a lot of singers have sung this with Gabriel on various tours. Tracy Chapman did it once, Paula Cole did it on a couple of tours, Jenny Abrahamson most recently, Peter Gabriel's daughter Melanie on one tour, Annette Bruin on a couple of tours. And when I saw Peter Gabriel and Sting on tour together last year, it was the greatest show I have ever seen. The only thing that could possibly have made it better, in my opinion, was if Sting took the second part. Jenny Abrahamson did it again because she'd done it before and did a fantastic job. And as you guys know, if you've watched this podcast before, I'm a huge Jenny Abrahamson fan, so I wasn't in any way disappointed. But I feel like this was a great opportunity, once in a lifetime. Sting could do. Don't give up, 'cause you have friends. Don't give up, you're not beaten yet. I mean, wouldn't that have just been awesome to see the two of them sing it back and forth? I mean, they did that on a lot of other songs. It just felt like they could have done it on that one. But like I said, still was the greatest show I've ever seen, so I'm not complaining. Anyway, now this song pretty much it stays in this 6/8 groove the whole time until the very, very end. And this is going to be important for us. Because during the last Kate Bush segment, incidentally, a fun fact about this song, Gabriel originally wrote it because of the whole Americana aspect of the story behind it. Originally wrote it with the idea of Dolly Parton singing the duet. Don't get me wrong, I really like Dolly Parton. I think she's fantastically talented. She has a great voice. But for this song, I'm kind of glad it worked out the way it did. Let's just leave it at that. But anyway, the last section. Don't give up, 'cause I believe there's a place where we belong. All of a sudden it switches to 4/4 at the very end. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. And so it's the same tempo, but it switches to this 4/4 groove at the very end. Now that's going to be very important. Now, I Don't Want to Be by Gavin DeGraw, a song pretty much alongside Chariot in 2003, just kind of put him on the map for a lot of us. I actually know this because a substitute teacher in my assistant teacher in my 6th grade class, shout out to Bennett Harrington if you're out there, he, on the side, was a singer in a band, and they did a demo album of covers, and since I was a musician, I asked, can I have a copy of it? And so that introduced me to a lot of songs that are now staples of my performance set and my listening, and this is among them. So thanks for that, Bennett. I owe you one. And it's very much a song of self-affirmation and determine that the singer is going to decide for himself who he is. He's not going to be defined by other people's expectations, by what he's supposed to be. He's going to do it himself, which I think is something we can all aspire to. And also in C minor, in 4/4, and much harder rock, goes something like this. I don't need to be anything other than a prison guard's son. I don't need to be anything other than a specialist son. I don't have to be anyone other than a birth of two souls in one. A part of where I'm going is never where I'm coming from. I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. All I have to do is think of me and have peace of mind. I'm tired of looking around rooms wondering what I gotta do, who I'm supposed to be. I don't totally different song, as you can hear. Now, how could these two possibly be linked? Well, maybe you figured it out, maybe you haven't. The tempo is pretty much the same, especially when you compare it to that 4/4 part at the end of Don't Give Up. Now, on the original studio album, Don't Give Up fades out pretty quickly after it switches to 4/4, and both singers are singing that little "Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up." It fades away pretty quickly. Live, on the other hand, they like to jam that out a little bit. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Oh, no, no, no. Gabriel's, what he calls Gabrielese vocals, where the lyrics aren't exactly, well, there aren't any lyrics, it's just sounds. There's a lot of that, and Tony Levin, of course, doing this bass groove, holding the whole thing together, and Manu Katché or Jed Lynch on the drums, just going crazy on the cymbals, doing all sorts of great fills. And then it just sort of cohesively just comes back together for a last couple. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. And then ends. And so over the course of this jam period, it's kind of, escalating a bit. And then it just sort of crashes into, a quick, clear ending. Now, I Don't Wanna Be starts, as you heard, very starkly. And Don't Give Up ends very abruptly, if you're doing the live version. Don't give up. Seems pretty simple to me. Maybe that's just me because I've been playing it for so long. But in any event, this is one of those really quick, just sudden one to the other segues. So you have, at the end of Don't Give Up. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Now, if you have a band, you have an excellent opportunity because I Don't Wanna Be starts off with just a guitar. So you could have the whole band just say, "Don't give up," and just the guitar do this. I still don't have a band. I'm on my own, so I have to make do. But it's very simple, just one straight into the other. Now this segue, because obviously Don't Give Up starts much more morose, plus with this 6/8 groove. It doesn't really, this isn't one of those segues you can do both ways, unless you wanted to just throw the Don't Give Up jam in at the end of I Don't Wanna Be, but I don't know why you'd want to do that, because there's such a great vocal sort of improv at the end of I Don't Wanna Be that just ends it so well. 'Cause I don't wanna be, no, well, I don't wanna be. Supposed to be anything other than me. Yeah, yeah. I don't exactly have Gavin DeGraw's vocal range, so you'll have to make do. But I like the way I Don't Wanna Be ends. And plus, if you really want to read into the lyrics and the story, you could see the sort of the Don't Give Up character, after receiving this encouragement and finding new self-determination, sort of growing more confident and singing the second song as sort of like a rediscovery of confidence and self-affirmation. That's if you want to really read into it. If you don't, it's just two songs you can play next to each other. And it's a lot of fun either way. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. I'm glad to be back doing these again. Hopefully there'll be plenty more in the near future. So thanks as always for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something. I will see you next time.